neutral psychology, low self-esteem, and psychological catapultation. I am talking about the default esteem settings in people. This is a catapult. Ignore this. Okay, this is usually this rubber strip will be longer, and people here in India I have seen in my place, they'll just keep a stone here, pull it, and they'll hit a bird and kill the bird. They are experts in that. There is a community of people who can do it. So this is a catapult. The basic function is to hit birds with the help of a stone. Just put a stone here, pull it, and you can hit it. So this is catapult. And now look at this. This strap, this rubber strap is not stretched either backward or pushed forward. It is in a neutral position. This is what is neutral self-esteem. This happens with the people who have been raised in a normal, loving family with both the parents present. Number one criterion for getting established in neutral psychology, the number one condition is that you have received parental love in life. Now, what about children who hail from families which are dysfunctional, where either of the parents is dead or both the parents are dead, and children have been raised by aunts and uncles, or children who hail from families where there is a constant fight, nasty fight between father and mother? Such children at a young age, helpless age, they develop a sort of insecurity, and it is equal to low self-esteem. Oh, I'm scared, I don't deserve love, I am not getting love. These kind of nagging feelings set in, and they tend to, develop low self-esteem. Can you see this? The neutral position is disturbed and they get low self-esteem. It is pulled backward. Can you see it? It is pulled backward. Okay, right. This condition, if it is formed, it is said in science, psychological science, that by around age 7, 8, this low self-esteem gets fixed. And even if the child grows up and lives for 70, 80 years, this condition remains. What are the symptoms? First of all, this is a condition where the child feels he has not received or she has not received love. And hence, either the child will grow to be very weak because of the lack of parental love. It will tend to be very weak. It has low feelings about itself. The child has low feelings about itself. And it always puts himself or herself at the back seat. Oh, I don't deserve. I don't deserve. See the damage. The original child was not born with this damage. The parental love deprivation of love from parents causes this condition, and this memory does not go. This serves as the foundation stone, cornerstone in the psychological system of the person. And two things can happen. When the child, its low self-esteem is pulled down, low self-esteem, see, this is supposed to be neutral self-esteem, which is 0 to 100 scale. On a 0 to 100 scale, this neutral position marks, say, 50. That is the most desirable self-esteem, where you are neutral. You accept things as you are. Yes, I am a man, I am a woman, and I have got these strengths, I have got these weaknesses. Okay, so does everybody else. So you don't have a special good feeling or bad feeling about yourself. You just accept yourself as you are. But when catapultation, when low self-esteem happens, two things result. One, the child loses its will to fight. Fight, first of all, its own psychology. Leave alone the rest. And then, it becomes either it remains low lifelong, or the child tends to lose sanity over a period of time. If it is beaten too much, the child is beaten too much, and if the child is very soft and gentle, the child cannot take it and it loses sanity at one point. So sanity is the result of love received from parents, not from others. Basically, it is from parents. Now, the second category of children because of their genetic strength or because of their previous birth, experiences, some children, they resist this and they get a fire in their belly and they want to fight it back. I have not received love, so I will not give love to anybody else. They start fighting like this, and their position is pushed forward from this low position. Can you see it? From this backward position, pulled back position, they get catapulted like this. With force, they get catapulted. They become Hitlers and the very strong people who achieve several things in the world, including political success, everything. If you go back and analyze the hollowness, the pulled back condition results in pushed forward condition. Right? Pushed forward condition. This is what happens. And this is a cruel system, because what about the children who are not directly responsible for this condition of having been deprived of love from parents? They become sort of insane. Their behavior borders on insanity. And people who are catapulted, they are full of pricks, sharp edges. The tongue is sharp. They'll fight with everybody. They'll think that only they are great. Other people are, they'll talk down to other people. They'll disrespect other people because they have been disrespected. They'll neglect others. They'll be cruel, insensitive, because the same treatment that they have received in their early stages in life. This is the system, right? With the children, helpless children, even with the children with the age around 15, 16, 17, it's difficult to teach them. But once you grow up, you can understand the system and you can look into your own psychological makeup, analyze the causes of your bad psychological condition, and then reason out and come out of it. Oh, my parents did not give me love. So what? I am capable of giving love. I am capable of being neutral. It is possible. Why not? And if everybody else denies love to me, there is one power which can never deny. After all, who were my parents? Who created them? Their parents. Who created their parents? You go on regressing ad infinitum. It will go to one particular source. Call it God, call it nature, whatever. And that is never going to deny you love. So you can derive your strength and love from that omnipotent power which has created the whole system. If you rely on that source, it will not fail you. Parents could have been ignorant because of their circumstances, they could have behaved differently. But this omnipotent power will not say no to you. And instead of thinking of receiving love, those people who hail from broken families, dysfunctional families, instead of thinking of receiving love, you can start practicing love, giving love to the extent possible. Have restraint of your tongue. To the extent possible, help others. Think first of all good about others. Be a well-wisher to the whole world. As per the law of as you sow, so shall you reap. What you give will be reflected back to you over a period of time. You will receive peace. You will receive affection and love from other people. This is the only way out. Because Dr. Scott Peck in his Road Less Traveled, he says, psychotherapy in many ways is reparenting. Reparenting implies chronologically going back and reparenting. How is it possible? First of all, parents have been separated. How would they come back again together? And chronologically, can you make a 25-year-old girl or boy a child and then put them on the lap and reparent? It is impossible. What Dr. Scott Peck implies is that the person has to receive love, maybe from others, and if nobody is willing to give love, my point is, don't worry. Take a recourse to that omnipotent power which created everything, including you and the rest of the people. Then you will be in peace. This I have done a lot of thinking, and then I was just wondering, how can we go back and reparent people? Impossible. Maybe If you suddenly wake up, you find that because of your relationship with your spouse has caused some damage to your child, and a child is still in her 20s, in his 20s, and you are in your 50s, or it is very much possible to reparent. See, this understanding is what is important of the psychological system, that neutral psychology is very, very important. As you go forward, once you want to get self-realization, in the spiritual realization, only this position will help you. If you have low self-esteem, because Advaita Vedanta, what is called non-dual monism says, Tattvamasi, it says, there is no supreme lord in the world other than your inner nature. Tattvamasi, the rishis have said in India. So if you want to come to that stage, first of all, your psychology should be neutral. If you have low self-esteem, you will not accept that, I am on par with the supreme lord of the universe. You will not accept. If you have catapulted psychology, you will think you are even beyond God. You are better than God. You will have a thick veil of ego which will block your perception from understanding and accepting what the rishis and gurus are saying. So neutral psychology is rooted in love. Low self-esteem is rooted in deprivation of love. Catapulted psychology is still rooted in low self-esteem, but you developed a fire in your belly. Because you did not receive love, you are ready to destroy the whole world. That is the position of catapulted people. See, psychological catapultation sometimes can help you achieve material success. No doubt about it. With fire in your belly, you may acquire knowledge. You may become a CEO. You can become the president of a country too. But that is not the highest. The highest is proceeding to function from neutral psychology, which is love. You will have more strength. People who are rooted in neutral psychology, who are rooted in love, will have more strength to operate in the world than people with low self-esteem and people with catapulted psychology. Let us think about it. This is Sentivel, Aligned Living, alignedliving.in. Thank you.